We're going to start with two different controls. One is standard MagTech 115 grain, just regular range training ammunition. The next one is going to be the Federal Syntech. This is the USPSA sponsored ammunition. Next one is the SIG Match Elite with the V-Crown hollow point. It's supposed to meet minimum power factor for 9mm minor. We've got these Smurf rounds that were loaded by a master level shooter that are supposed to be super soft and meet minimum power factor. And then we have Stand One Armory's Chubbies, which are supposed to be like the softest rounds you can buy on earth. So we're gonna test them out and work through them down the line, starting with our controls, shooting with a carry optics gun, so no comp or anything. That way we get a really good understanding of the recoil impulse of just the ammunition and not any sort of compensator or anything else that's affecting the firearm. Starting with 115 grain. Not working from the draw, so we don't have any additional variables into the test here. And it's a little bit more consistent on our baseline. Stand by. That was a 175, all in the alpha. We got a pretty good cluster of 4, and then 5 and 6 were a little bit low. All right, the next is 115 grain Federal Syntech. So that grouping was much better. I had 3 really basically touching, and then another 3 just above that. That was noticeably softer. Okay, so this is the SIG Match Elite. It's supposed to meet minimum power factor. It's 147 grain V-Crown hollow point. With the Federal Syntech, my first string was 175. I'm looking kind of for like, as soon as my dot is leveling off, that's when I'm pulling the trigger. And I'm not trying to rush it, but I'm also not trying to just shoot it slow and concise. So my first string with 115 grain was a 175. The Federal Syntech was a 166. Let's see how this goes. That was significantly flatter than the Federal Syntech. That was a total time of 147. So those were very, very soft. Okay, these are the blue bodies here, the Smurf rounds. That was a 137. All right, and these are the Stand One Armory Chubbies. So the blue bodies were just slightly softer, in my opinion, than the SIGs. That was a 131. Those were incredibly soft. I threw 1 high on that one, but that was actually me with a little additional input into the gun. This was with the blue bodies. Again, that was more of a grip issue. This is cold. I haven't really shot much all day, but there is a noticeable difference, I will say, starting with the SIG ammunition. That was a very, very soft input on that gun as far as the recoil impulse is going. And it was very similar to the blue rounds, but the Chubbies were noticeably softer. Very, very soft input. The one thing I will say I preferred over the SIG than the blue bodies is there was less smoke, less powder coming off of the round, so I could see the target a little bit more clearly. And that's, the problem with doing reloads and stuff like that is, your powder's just not quite as clean as you're getting from a factory like SIGs. But other than that, super cool test. I'm looking forward to doing more of these in the future.